Sanford, and today we have another special guest, Marcus of A Right System Fit. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's just jump right on in and start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Well, of course, Marcus Wright. I'm a personal trainer here in Kansas City, Missouri. Been doing it probably, 7, 8 years now. I guess you could date it back to college. When I started, I played football at Northwest Missouri State. My intern as a strength and conditioning coach there as well. And then that kind of propelled me into this lifestyle. So I'm married, 2 kids. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, awesome. So tell us about how all of this started, because I watched the video on Elevated Fitness, and I don't know, it's just amazing, like, to see you guys actually putting in hard work with you and your partner and also your family. And so how did all of this come from beginning, like the idea all the way to here we are now?
Man, it was a long time coming, basically. So we started talking about this actually right before the pandemic happened. And everything kind of fell through with all that and COVID and everything like that. So we started training. I guess that was 2019. And then we ran into a little hiccup at our last gym, and we came together like, we got to do something. So we ended up starting to look around, and this little spot coming down one just popped up. So we set up the tour, and it was perfect. We didn't need nothing too big. We wanted something to be nice and intimate for our clients. We had help from other clients, family members, different things like that, and we just worked to put this thing together. I always wanted to do something hands-on, so being here, getting my hands dirty, painting, putting down flooring, putting the machines together. So we came in here days and nights, got it together, and now we're here.
And it looks absolutely amazing in here too. I would never guess, like, you don't have any contract experience, do you?
None at all. You too.
Me too. Yeah, so it looks great here. And so you guys started the idea in 2019. When did you find this building?
We found this building in, I want to say, April of this year.
Oh, okay.
It was a big sign, yeah. I drive past it every day. And it was a big yellow sign saying for lease. And I would look over here, I'm like, yeah, no, it said best tax service. So I said, it's not gonna, you can't do a gym in there. I'm pretty sure the ceilings are low, nothing looks good. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then it just came about, scheduled it, and then it worked out.
So when you came in, was it open like this, like the what do you call this, like exposed?
Yeah, so it looked definitely like a tax office. So it had, you just imagine the old carpet, flat, hard. I think the walls were like white. It was just, so you had to have the vision when you came in here. It had like old dirty blinds and stuff like that. So we definitely had to see the vision, but the space was perfect. We were like, oh, we can work with this. We knew we wanted turf. We knew we just needed the simple stuff to get started. And then, like, our clients came in here as we were putting it together, and they enjoyed the process. So yeah, it worked out.
So this is like a boutique style fitness. What would you say is the biggest difference? I know you did mention intimacy with your client, but what would you say is the biggest difference between this and working at a larger gym, a larger chain gym, and how does that align with what you are trying to do?
Well, the biggest thing for me, like I said, is intimacy. I want every client that I work with to have, to not just feel like they're a number, just coming in and I'm just giving them something to do, or you're not necessarily knowing which way to go when you go in the gym. A lot of people don't know. So I wanted to make sure we're in a close environment, close space to where we can be absolutely hands-on. I can teach you, you can hear me. Because most gyms you go into and you just got to go in and figure it out. It was important to us to be able to pay attention to our clients, and for our clients to be able to trust us and gain a solid relationship to be able to reach their goals. So it was important for us to have a small space. We don't need 5,000, 10,000 square feet. No, it's close and intimate, and everybody is welcome and get paid attention to.
Okay. Do you allow people to get like memberships, or is it just one-on-one training every time, or can your clients that you do have come in and like just work out by themselves if they want to?
So right now we just do personal training. We have different scheduled packages you can have depending on what your goals are. Eventually we will have memberships. So memberships can include classes or small groups or anything like that, but that's on the way. Probably maybe October, November, that area. And then also if we expand. So once we expand, it will definitely be open to the public to where maybe you have a key fob and you can scan in, you come in, get the workout of the day and things like that. So those are in talks, but right now we're just personal training.
Okay. And I did see also on the Instagram page that you had like a win of free boot camp style.
Oh yeah.
Is that closed?
So yeah, we ran that class. It was like 4 to 5 people in here. The idea we had was just so I could see how this size gym would flow with anywhere between 6 to 8 people. And it actually worked out pretty well because I do want to run boot camps. I think I'm pretty good at boot camps as well. And I wanted to make sure it flowed well in here with that many people, which in such a small space, but it actually ended up working out well. We got to utilize outside because we actually have like along the wall and the back area too, which a lot of people haven't seen. So it's gonna work out, and those classes should be here, like I said, probably October, November.
November. And is it going to be like one class, or you sign up and you get multiple classes? How does that work?
Yeah, so it's going to be about 5 to 6 classes a week. And basically, if you sign up for that membership, you'll have unlimited access to certain times. You have to sign in order to get into the class, and we're going to have a cutoff. So if it hits that 8-person mark, you have to wait to the next class.
Okay. Did you have to do a lot of like moving around, like the equipment stuff?
None at all. They enjoyed it. It was a good flow. Of course, we can add little bitty pieces in here as far as boot camp style training goes, but other than that, it was a solid flow and everybody had a good time. Got good feedback.
Cool. So, and then with your training, do you offer like nutrition help and stuff like that? Because I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, so that's the one that's always tricky. We always tell people you won't get results if the food is not there. You know what I mean? That's the most important part. This is the fun part, is what I say. If you can't master your body and know what works for your body and things like that, then you won't have success.
This is not the fun part. Nutrition is not.
It's not. But it's once you learn your body, it comes easy. You know what I mean? One thing we used to do what is it called? Meal plans. So people get burnt out on meal plans. They can't say.
I was a part of that.
Yeah.
When I lived in Hawaii, I trained with him. This is my cousin.
Yeah.
But I did his nutrition plan and his workout plan. And I actually did start losing weight, but you do get burned out on that food.
Yeah, it's easy to. So the thing that we came up with, and Chelsea still works kind of on the back end with that. So we offer people basically meal guidance. So you have a grocery guide to go off of. You have some simple recipes that you can use. And then we also give you your macro breakdown. And basically every week, preferably on Sundays, I'll have people, Saturdays or Sundays, people will do a check-in. And when they do that check-in, we can adjust their macros and different stuff based on their progress. Okay, so I'll know if you're consistent or if you're not, just based on how your weight is fluctuating, if it's going up or down. People lie to me all the time, and I just kind of got to stick with it. So when they come in here, I'm like, oh, how was your weekend? Oh, that was good. Oh, how'd you eat? I already know just how you look. You can't lie to me. And then when I see the numbers, when I see the weight, I'm like, yeah, you was off. You was kicking it this weekend at L House or something. So I know. So that's pretty much how we do it now.
Yeah. And how do you, because you know, men and women, we lose weight differently. So do you train women differently than you train men, or is it pretty much the same across the board?
No, all my programs are catered towards the client. And that's not saying that some people don't have the same style of training. I always like to progress my clients. So it's gonna always start off pretty basic. I always start off with a fitness assessment, and I have my own style. It might not be particularly like by the book, but I have my own style to be able to assess the body, whether you have any imbalances that we need to work on. If you had any prior injuries, low back, we can get ahead of those things if your core is not strong. I always like to focus on those things. And then from there, I program you. And then month to month, week to week, month to month, we'll slowly progress you. You know what I mean? So it's all strategic. And then, like I said, I want everybody to hit their goal. Now, I got some women that's beasts, and I got some men. I got some women that can outlive men too. So it just depends, you know what I mean? So I try to have fun with it, and then make sure my clients don't get bored. Sometimes we do get bored.
Yeah.
If you're not progressing, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, if your weight not going up or your weight's not going down, then we might stay the same. You know? And that just comes with it.
What are some techniques that you use to keep your clients motivated?
Let's see what I do. No, and their motivation. I like people to come in here. So one thing that I like to do is make this feel like a home. So once you come in here, you get to completely be yourself. That's super important to me. To be able to build those relationships. A lot of my clients know each other, so it becomes like a mini family. Whether you working out in the same hour with somebody or you know whatever it is, but I want everybody to feel welcome and to completely be themselves. Chelsea does a good job too on the back end. So she does this thing to where she, it's like I guess it's like a goal. I can't remember the proper name for it. I have to ask her, but she'll basically check in with the client to make sure they're getting what they need out of me. And then from there, we can adjust. That way we keep them fresh, we can keep them motivated, keep them going.
Yeah.
And also that check-in system. You know what I mean? Once you see progress, you're gonna continue to be motivated.
Yeah.
I've had clients to lose a bunch of weight, and we do what's basically a calorie surplus, and we gain that weight back in muscle, and then we drop it down again. Just that motivation to be able to completely change your body over and over and over. So it always depends on the person.
Okay. And when they come in here and actually train with you, is it the same workout or how does that work?
Oh no, so I do have some groups that do the same workout style every time, but normally those type of clients that are weight loss clients or building muscle, it's always like a 2 to 4 week progression. So it'll change over time, and that could be progressive overload. We're going up in weights, you're getting stronger, and we need to be able to document those things, or I'm a believer in your body needs to be shocked. So the more we change things up, the better your body will be. So yeah.
Do you think that, I'm kind of switching gears here too, do you think that coming actually into the gym physically and working with your trainer is better than just sending them a workout plan?
Oh, most definitely. I always say, most people don't know what they're doing when they go to the gym. If you go to Planet Fitness or anywhere, you see people on the machine, you see them walking on the treadmill for an hour or anything like that. So you should absolutely get a trainer so you can learn how to use the equipment, first off. Also, so you can learn your body. I always tell each one of my clients to ask as many questions as you can. I don't want to get rid of you, but we always do 3, 6, 9, or 12 month packages, just so you'll figure it out. And then after that, you'll know your body, and then you'll feel comfortable going into these bigger gyms and doing what you're supposed to do. I got plenty of clients that are beasts, and they go out there, they're genesis, and they can live with everybody. So that's the goal for you to learn while you're here. Yeah.
And just to switch gears again, because I know you do the competitions.
Oh,
I don't know what type of competitions they call. What do they call bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding. Yeah.
Okay. How did you stay so disciplined with that? Because I remember how you looked before.
Yeah.
And then when I seen your bodybuilding body, I'm like, it looks so different.
Yeah.
And so how did you stay?
No, that's literally probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. I did get my pro card last year, which was dope. So thank you. But it was hard, so that's why I'm taking a lot of time off. The discipline is the biggest thing. Completely telling yourself that you can't do it over and over is the biggest thing, because your body goes through so many changes that you're probably not used to, and it kind of just throws everything off. Natural bodybuilding is I guess you could say it's grown. A lot of people gravitate toward the big guys like the Arnold Classics and the steroids and things like that, but natural is so much harder because you're just relying on your everyday, you know what I'm saying, to get through it. But it took everything in me, support system as well, people around you to keep you focused. That's friends, that's people within the business. You don't spend a lot of money on food, but it's worth it at the end of the day. For me, it started off as a bucket list thing, something I want to do to challenge myself. I'm not a real big attention guy. I'm a trainer, but I'm not an attention type of guy. So I was like, let me go ahead and try something to get out of my comfort zone. And then I actually did it, and I was actually good at it, which people had told me in the past. I'm like, I'm not getting up there in no Speedo and you can't. I was like, I'm never wearing a thong, but I still don't do that. It's like what are they called?
I think it's Speedos.
A Speedo, yeah. So it takes a lot to get up there and do those things and be confident and comfortable on stage with hundreds of people watching. You know what I mean? But ultimately, it's fun. It's competitive. Kansas City has actually a good lineup of guys who compete against each other year in and year out, which makes it fun. But yeah, I enjoy it. I love it. But I'm taking my time, and then next year I plan on going out of town a couple times and competing in my first pro show. So
that's awesome.
We'll see.
How the habits that you built during training for the bodybuilding competition, do you still carry those habits with you in today, even though you're taking that break? Yeah,
most definitely. So I'm definitely mindful in what I put into my body more now, as opposed to what I used to. A lot of things that I used to eat, I don't even have to have anymore.
Like what?
The little snacks, like I've gotten rid of things that I love, the chips, I'm a trainer, but I love chips. I love trail mix. You just learn certain things that you don't need, the little different snacks, the juices, the different things that's not good for your body.
The stuff we love.
Yeah, the stuff we love. Fried food, I don't touch. You know what I mean? I probably eat like Thanksgiving food once a year on Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't need it no more. You know, I used to need it. I used to pull up my mom's house, my grandma's house, and what they got to eat, I'm gonna eat. And now it's like, no, I haven't had that. So I do still carry that. Now I'm enjoying myself, enjoying my life a little bit. So my family want to go out to eat. If we want to have some ice cream and things like that, now I can do that. But that's also going back to, like I was saying before, as far as the macros and learning your body. I know my body now, so I can have certain things and I can get right back on track the next day with no hesitation. So that's the biggest thing that I've learned from bodybuilding.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious still, like, after you got over that hump of I can do this, how did your body feel? Did you, was there a difference that your body felt?
Talking about after?
Yeah, after you got over that hump of, this is gonna be normal because I'm training my body to look a certain type of way.
Oh yeah, so body dysmorphia, after the show is like a big thing. You work so hard to get your body a certain type of way that you want to keep that look.
Right.
So you're so lean, 3 to 5% body fat. You know what I mean? It's like it looks good, but it's not healthy at all. But you look in the mirror, you want to still look like that. So say after the show, post show, we might, we eating pizza, we eating everything. You see this little fat pop up that wasn't there before. You start to get a little worried. You're like, But you got to get it out of your head, and a lot of bodybuilders really struggle with that over time. My coach, Keanu Brooks, he's really good at slowly building you back after post-show, basically. So, okay, you dieted in the show, now you're going to diet up after the show. So you're just not overly doing anything.
Yeah.
You get out of your head and you shake back after a while. So that's one of the biggest things that I love as far as my post-show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going back to you and your clients.
Okay.
Is body dysmorphia something that everybody deals with? Okay, because I'm I feel like I got a little bit of body dysmorphia, but I have never been a bodybuilder. I remember what my body looked like when I before my child, and even in my early 20s, and now I'm just
I got.
Is that body dysmorphia?
Yes, it's a form of it. I have so many clients. Of course, I'm not going to say any names, but they might have had some of the best results, or they've reached certain goals, but they're still not happy because they're still seeing that person that they seen 4, 5, 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So that level of happiness you can't ever have because you're always comparing it to your past self and also everybody else around here. You know what I mean? I always tell people social media is probably one of the worst things that you could have as you're getting in shape because you're constantly comparing. There's so many people on Instagram, celebrities, different things. So people deal with that as constantly looking at themselves in the mirror and they're like, I don't like this. But you lost 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds. So it's a big thing. It's a huge problem. It's nothing that your trainer can fix. It's one of those things that you're going to have to work through yourself. Basically defeating your mind, and you know what I'm saying, and I don't know, getting through it. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the talk that you give your clients?
I can't be all things every day. I got a family. I got to go home. I got my body. I got my stuff to go to too. I can help coach you. I can be a therapist sometimes too and give you advice, but it's going to take for you to do the work. You know what I mean? Because I can't go home with you. I can't do those things. I can't fix your brain. Yeah. But I can help guide you to that. But it's going to take you to fully bring everything to life.
Yeah. It's an everyday struggle.
It is.
Chasing after a dream that is kind of like long.
Yeah. It is.
And being comfortable with your now self, and that's right. Women, I know, I never knew that. I mean, I'm sure men struggle with it, but you hear it a lot from women, and criticizing themselves, and men criticizing women criticizing men. So you hear it a lot. So my job is also, I empower the guys I train too, but women for sure, especially the black. I train mostly black women, Hispanic, but I always empower them to love their body, and I'm always complimenting them while they're in here. Oh, that's looking good. Your back's looking good, or that form is looking good. Whatever, just keep empowering them regardless, because they could have came in here with a bad mindset. So my goal is to give them that. I'm not lying to you. I might not say nothing if nothing is looking good, but I'm going to give you that motivation to know that you're doing all right, to keep going. You know what I mean? Yeah. And take that motivation home with you. Be like a voice app, go, I know, go. You got this, go. So with this gym, did you all, besides COVID and talking about it right before COVID, were there any obstacles that you all had to get over to get this gym? Together? Yeah, a few. In doing this, we kind of lost out on a little bit of business because we were so focused on building this thing out. Of course, when we started, there was some nervousness. Monte, my business partner, shout out to my boy Monte, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. We were a little nervous, and we had a conversation like, bro, you a little nervous? I'm like, yeah, it's a big step. You know what I'm saying? And you're basically betting on yourself. You know what I mean? Fitness is one of the hardest businesses to be in because it's a lot of ups and downs. But you have to become more of a business-minded type of individual, and not just a trainer for it to be successful in the long run. So that was one of the things we were kind of worried about, and we're trying to get on the other side. And I think we're doing a great job at it. But also in building it out. So we come in here and we had a skier, a little bit of dumbbells. What else? I thought you meant like a skier. Oh yeah, that thing's sitting right behind you right there. That's a skier. Oh, that's a skier. Yeah, we had one of those. We had some dumbbells. Okay. We had a couple mats, a bolster ball, and a stairmaster. Oh, okay. And the floor wasn't done yet, and none of that. So
it was a little of that fear too, as far as, man, it's our clients, you know. We got some people that rock with us, which is good, but we were nervous, like, oh shit, we got a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we were on it fast. I'm telling you, days and nights we were in here. I'm talking about a Saturday night, midnight, we in here painting. We in here doing the work. So, and I think that's why it's getting the love that it's getting now, and we appreciate it like we do. It's like, now this is ours, we put it together, and I think it looks pretty dope. And then everybody enjoys it when it comes in.
Yeah. Where were you guys? Did you guys completely stop training, or stop training to focus on this, or were you still training at other gyms during this whole process?
We were here. So when we got the news at our last gym, we were in here. So
what was the news at your last gym?
Basically, lease was up, and we had to make a quick decision. And that's just it came about, and we were in here as we built it out. We were training. And like when I'm telling you, people were rocking with us. We were coming in here doing dumbbell workouts. It's not pretty, you know. A lot of people doing the same type of stuff every day. Yeah. And you know, they stuck by us, and it was hard, but we got through it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we built it out fast. We tried to build it out as fast as we could. And like I said, we did the work. Me and Monte, we've been knowing each other since college. We played college football together at Northwest Missouri State. So we're not strangers to hard work at all. And we just came in here and we did it. Family, like I said, helped. Clients helped. Couple amazing clients. Monte's dad, definitely appreciate him for the help. My clients, Chris and Caroline, they came in one day to the other gym. I didn't have the rubber flooring on here yet. They were like, "You want to do the rubber flooring today?" I'm like,
"You had the materials, you just hadn't done it?"
Nah, I didn't know what I was doing. We were, we were going back and forth with contractors to do it, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I want to do the work, but I don't know how to do it. And they came in, and was like, "You want to go over there today?" It was their session. They came over and they got down here and finished it in the weekend. Wow. And then along came the turf and then the equipment, and we just put in the work. My wife was pregnant. We had a baby on the way. She was on her hands and knees. Jennifer, shout out to Jennifer. She was in here painting some of our other friends. So we got it in and we put in the work. And like I said, that's why we appreciate it now like we do, because this is all us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For sure.
And what is the future? I know you talked about a few things about boot camps and stuff like that, but how do you see this progressing in the future? 3 years, 5 years, 1 year?
Oh, man. So I got a lot of ideas. And my passion, one of the things that I really love is working with athletes. I got a couple now, but that's the thing that kind of gets me going. Being able to be in here and be animated, sports performance, plyometrics, different stuff, and testing my brain, testing my knowledge that I've learned since Northwest Missouri State. That's what kind of drives me to have a sports performance type of facility. I want to have cold tubs in the back. I want to have tires in the back. I want to have turf in the back. I want to have all these things to be catered to my athletes. And that's football players, that's basketball players. Football is definitely the main thing. UFC, I have my first UFC client, you know what I mean? See what that would transition to. So I'm really excited for those guys. Everybody else for sure, but I'm really ready to finally dive into that fully. So that's what I see.
Professionally, are you doing like high school kids, or are you looking more so like professionally? You do this for a living?
High school into professional is what I'm looking at. I really like the college guys because they're already in it, you know what I mean? And they just come in here and get that little extra push that they can use when they go into the season is good. High school kids are good because they're learning. And then you can get them basically a head start going into college if that's their route that they want to go into. With learning the body, proper mobility and stretching and different things like that, basically teaching them injury prevention, all those kind of different things. And then also the aspect of basically, you know, some kids, especially in Kansas City, they don't know where they're headed when they go to college. But now personal training or sports performance or being a strength and conditioning coach that can give them that kind of push. Okay, Marcus is doing this. Now I got something to look forward to when I go to college. But while you're in here training, I have an idea of you learning while you're training as well. I don't know if I should have said that out loud.
I can cut it out.
No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
I'm just playing. But that's one of my good ideas that I have as far as the high school kids, to be able to create something for them to be able to learn and have something to look forward to when they're going to college. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And do you have any like special certifications or anything that you specialize in?
Yeah, so it's a long list.
Tell us about
So I got, goodness, I'm losing my train of thought. Corporate Rec and Wellness, Northwest Missouri State. So that's basically the big degree. I have a NASM certified personal trainer, weight loss specialist, corrective exercise specialist, sports performance specialist. What am I forgetting? Like I said, I intern under what I think is the best strength and conditioning coach in the country, Joe Quillen, from Northwest Missouri State. I still utilize a lot of things that he taught me back in 2014 and 15 and through my college years. But I think I'm forgetting something. But those are basically the ones I have. Right now I'm working on my CSCS. And that's my strength and conditioning coach. That's the big one. But yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's all my credentials. But yeah, I'm pretty certified, I think.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have to do anything to stay up to date with those certificates?
So you have to do, you have to take CEUs every year.
Okay.
Basically, that keeps your certifications current. To making sure you still feeding your knowledge, you don't get too lazy, and like I say, you still perfecting your craft and add new things to your craft too. So, seminars, learning from different trainers as well is something good too. Because there's fitness, people look at fitness as all the same, but it's really a big thing to where there's so many things and different things to learn. So you want to be able to keep being on top of your game. One thing I work with is PTs, just to learn and pick their brain, and that's physical therapists.
Yeah.
Not contractors.
Chiropractors.
What am I thinking of? What else? It's been a lot of people, but I've learned and I've taken little pieces and I've added that into my thing, because you can have all the certifications in the world, but that hands-on experience, that knowledge from other people is really just going to propel you forward. So,
Is there anything else that you want to talk about the gym? You want to tell the people?
I guess basically, come check us out. Come check out a free session. You can feel free to message me at rightsystemfit.com or elevatedkc on our Instagram page. And my Instagram page for Right System is Right System Fit, right? I think that's it. Right System Fit. You can message me on there to come try it out. Come check out the gym, see if you like it. If you're a little curious about getting a personal trainer, just come try. Come have a conversation. I'm pretty sure you'll stick with it. Like I said, we're an intimate gym. We want you to be paid attention to. We're family oriented. We want you to come in here and feel welcome, feel like your family. So check us out. We're at 8419 Warner Road. That's Elevated KC. Elevated Fitness KC.
And my last question, what do you stand for?
Ooh. You hit me with that.
Everybody gets confused on that one.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the ones.
And it doesn't have to be just fitness. It can be you as a person.
Let me see. What do I stand for? One of the biggest things that I do, which everybody knows me that I'm around, is my family. The top of the top. If they're good, then I'm good. A lot of things that I do, not only for myself, because I know that is important for you to focus on yourself, but I do a lot of things for them as well. I got 2 boys that I'm able to bring in here to the gym while I train. My son loves it. He feels like it's his. My wife as well. She's at home with the kids, and she's able to come up here do what she needs to do, help me on the back end. But I love taking care of my family. That's one of my biggest things. But yeah, I guess I will.
All right. Well, thank
Sound
you for
good?
being here.
Thank you.
This is an amazing establishment, and he already gave you the details, so don't forget to check it out.
All right.
And we'll see you next time on Here's What I Stand For.